girls, I can see a lot of members joining us. Hello to everybody. I have two beautiful ladies sitting right next to me from ANI Legal. We have Advocate Anagha, we have Advocate Ishika, who are going to talk on a topic which is very relevant to all us NRI women. We're going to talk more about marital disputes. We're going to talk about all the issues we face given we are not in our home country and what can be it. Now, both these beautiful ladies bring with them more than a decade of experience between the two of them, like more than that actually. And they're very well versed with the law of our land. And given all of us are Indians living in Dubai, I think we need to understand the delicacies between what's possible in Dubai, what's possible in India. And we'll get more legal advice and they can advise us more on what we should be doing. As we go through the live, I want to keep it a very open session. Girls, please free to ask your questions. We will also share the email and the phone numbers of both these ladies in case you want to go for a personal consultation with them. Welcome to our show. Should we say hi?
Hi, it's Anagha here and hope all you doing good and having a fantastic evening.
And we have Ishika here.
Hi everyone in Dubai. We are so glad to be here and we are so glad to answer your questions. We are here to help you.
Amazing. Let me start with Anagha first. Anagha, my first question, we have a lot of women watching us. Let me say hello. Hi Faguni, how are you? Hi Shamila. Hey. Very nice. So we have a lot of women watching here and our first question for you is about marital disputes. What are the most common things that you find about marital disputes and especially in NRI women that we have?
Yeah. So NRI marital disputes are more especially the disputes where honestly Indian who is married to an NRI outside India or a man who is married and the women are staying back in India. So these disputes are related either both the ways. Either you are married and left back to the home country or you are married and brought to the foreign land and then the disputes arise and you do not know which forum and where to go about it. So that is how the entire NRI dispute, which includes the domestic violence, which includes the laws of maintenance, which includes the law of custodies of your children who are born either in the homeland or they are either born here in a foreign land. So which are the laws which will be applicable and at what extent, this is all about that.
Amazing. So what have you, I know you mentioned domestic violence and lands of, what have you, what happens if women face these issues? What can they do basically?
If a woman facing such issues in a foreign land, what are the remedies they hold? So basically this is all on what type of the marriage you are into. Whether the marriage is solemnized on your homeland or whether the marriage is solemnized on a foreign land, it's according to that the laws will be applied. If the marriage is solemnized in your homeland, you have the laws where you can go back to your homeland and take the recourse of the laws there. In the event the dispute is here in the foreign land, you also have an option of applying to these laws, but then the implementation of the laws, how it is, the integrities of what it is, that is what needs to be analyzed.
Right. So let's say a marriage happens here, Ishika, and there is and some of the men are in problem. What options do they have?
When the marriage is in problem and the men are in problem.
Yeah. What are the...
So that really depends if the man wants to go back to his home country or the man wants to file for divorce in this country. Now again, if the man has a problem, we have to analyze whether he wants to dissolve the marriage mutually or he wants to dissolve the marriage or he wants to contest the marriage. So we have to get into the nitty-gritties of the contents of the divorce. Either we take it mutually or we take it in a contested way.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Anagha. Let me just have a look. Girls, if you have any questions, we have lots of people saying hi. Veena ji, hello. Hi Poonam ji, hi Ritika. We have a question from Veena ji and she's asking if the girl is here and the boy is in India, how can they get a divorce? Can she file a divorce case in Dubai or what's the right process there?
Ideally, as I said, the marriage should be dissolved on the land where it has been solemnized. That is the first and prima facie what is to be looked in. So accordingly, no doubt you have certain recourse and remedies over here, but how far that same recourse and remedies when you take it, Are you able to implement it over there in your homeland? Secondly, there are certain issues only for dissolution of the marriage you may come to this foreign land, because this is maybe more quicker and faster in a sense how the litigation goes in India, more particularly to the divorces in India. However, this will not settle your issues related to properties or the marital properties which have been involved, or maybe the issues related to the child custody and the maintenance. Even if maintenance is granted and if you want to get it implemented, which country do you again go? So these are various complexities of laws. It's a cross-border litigation what we are looking into it. So that's the reason you will have to thoroughly understand where your properties are, where your maintenance rights are, where the custody rights are, the children are of which nationality. This is all needs to be analyzed before you take a decision of filing a divorce proceeding in either of the countries.
Okay, very interesting. So Ishika, I have a question for you. Let's say I got married in India and we've decided to part ways. Can I file for a divorce papers in Dubai, or do I need to go back to India?
And ideally, you should file for divorce in India, and there is this option of having a power of attorney.
Okay.
We have this option, we have video conferencing in India.
Okay.
So it is ideally better to take a divorce from your homeland.
Right.
Ideally better.
Okay. And I'll continue the question. What if kids are involved? What are the protocols there? What do we need to keep in mind if the kids are in Dubai with us?
If the kids are in Dubai with you all,
Yes.
and where do you get divorced? In Dubai
Yes.
or in Bombay?
Yes.
In Dubai.
In Dubai.
Yes, so joint custody has to be considered.
Okay.
Joint custody, that means joint decisions in education, joint decisions in everything where the child is concerned.
Okay. Great. So Veena ji is asking, she doesn't want anything, she doesn't have a child. I think this is the same question we were asking for, that the marriage happened in India, the girl is there, the boy is in India. She doesn't want anything, she just wants to finish the relationship. What's the best recourse she has?
As I reiterate, your dissolution of the marriage should be on the country or the land where it has been solemnized, because you go by the laws of the land. Alternatively, if your marriage is solemnized in your homeland and you take a dissolution in a foreign land by the different laws which are being provided over here in the foreign land, in that sense what happens is, in the event of remarriage of the party, the marriage is still in subsistence in your homeland while it is dissolved in the foreign land. So you are still in the complexity of litigations. So it's always preferable that the marriage be dissolved where it has been solemnized.
Okay, great. Let's look at other comments. Kajal says hello, hi. Veena ji, I hope that answers your question. Agar nahi hua hai, to please let me know in the comments. We'll try and take it up again. I will, girls, email that you can reach out to is ailegalnri@gmail.com, and somebody from the team of ANI Legal can reach out to you for a one-to-one consultation there. I will also share the phone numbers for the right WhatsApp numbers in case you want to WhatsApp them. I have a question for you, Ishika. What's your advice for somebody who wants to get married in Dubai? You know, what are the protocols for an NRI marriage, so to say? Like, what would you recommend as an advocate?
I would just say, how would you frame that? I mean, how are you trying to say what?
So, I want to get married here. We're two Indians, we're living in Dubai, we want to get married here. What would you recommend?
You should always have your marriage certificate from India in that case. That is very
Okay.
important.
Yes. So, I can get married, but still get a marriage certificate.
You should
from
take
India.
it from India. That is very important.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. I have this question here. I think I want to talk a little bit about children here, basically, right? So in marriages, let's say the children are holding foreign passports. They're not Indian passports, but to Indian parents originally. What can happen in that case, in case we have a divorce there?
So in India, there are various acts which apply for the custody of the children. One is the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, or other is the Guardians and Wards Act. Here, sorry, just to be layman's language, I don't want to enter into acts and all, but there are various norms which are there, which are categorized, and hence just taking up the children's decision is not. You will ideally have to file a petition for the custody of the children wherever the children are residing. wherever they are habituated. So that's the place where you go for the children. In India, right now we are coming up with various joint parenting norms which were very common in the Western countries, and now India is also adopting with the joint parenting norms, which is important. Yes, the maintenance or the maintenance for the child or the child support which is there, which is essential in India. If both the parents are working, both have to contribute to the equal proportion of their income. Alternatively, if it is in the foreign land, it's depend, you have only the maintenance laws over there. But in that event, if one of the spouse who is paying for the child return back to the home country, again your execution of that maintenance orders is a challenge. It's not impossible, but it's a challenge, and you are ending up litigating for quite a long time. So just to have a short and speedy litigation, your entire recourse should be considered under one forum. That is what we suggest.
Great. Let me just check what other questions we have. We have a lot of people watching us, and Veena ji, I hope that answered your question. She says she'll ask the girl's parents to get in touch with you. I think a one-to-one consultation is there. Poonam ji has a question. What are the basics that one needs to cover immediately after an NRI marriage? I think we talked about that. Would you add anything else? So yeah, Ishika says it should be registered. That's the main
But
thing.
even if you have the registration, when the marriage act here, if they give you that option, there's nothing like that.
Okay.
I don't know if they do it in this country.
I have no idea.
That's what we
Yes.
don't know.
Okay.
Yes, but then to be on the safer side, please get it registered in India.
Yes, so the recommendation is, if you should absolutely, even if you have an NRI marriage and you have a marriage in Dubai, you have a lovely marriage in one of the 5 stars in Dubai, you should still get it registered in India. We have one more question. One of my friend's husband is biting her for some time to solve the problem that she has one girl child. If her mom bit her for anything, her father is biting her. Oh, I don't understand your question, Nasreen. I think it's a complicated way of putting a question, but I think what I understand is the husband and wife want to get divorced and they have a girl child in between. What is the process to follow if both of them are in Dubai?
Again, I reiterate, it's the custody norms which will apply, the laws of custody will apply. It again will take into consideration the nationality of the child, whether it is the child is born in India or it's an Indian national. As per that, the laws of the land will apply for the custody of the child. But obviously, in all larger sense, as I say, and we believe that joint parenting is a better option, which all the parents, you may as an husband and wife may fight on for years, but for the child you need to come together and give him a healthy environment. That is what we suggest and we advise also.
All right. I hope that answers your question, Nasreen. Girls, again, this is an open forum. If you have a question, please type us in the comments below and we will take it up. Any other thoughts, Ishika, that we've not covered regarding NRI marriages that we should be knowing?
NRI marriages, if there is a dispute in the house, they should at least be open to get to the courts. They should at least go to the cops and at least come out that they have a problem. Because tomorrow when they come to India, the Indian courts will always raise up a question that being an educated lady, staying in a foreign land, she should have at least filed a complaint against the in-laws or the husband. Because if even not a single complaint is there on record, it is very difficult for us to prove it in India that the girl was going through a tough marriage.
Right. So you will always recommend?
Yes, that they should always come out and speak to the cops, the police station around, or even file a domestic complaint to the court, however it works in whichever country, whatever the procedures are, but they should at least file something on record which helps us in India to prove that there was violence with the girl when she was staying in a foreign land.
Right. Okay. So don't stay quiet if
Don't
you
stay
are.
quiet.
Yes, I think Ishika wants to say don't stay quiet if you're going through trouble. You should absolutely reach out for help.
Sorry, I would just
yes,
add
please
one
do.
more thing if
Please
you
do.
don't mind.
Yes, absolutely.
As
Please do.
Ishika rightly said, yes, don't just sit quiet. But apart from that, one more piece of advice that don't even just call it a quit at every drop of a hat.
Yes.
You know, it's going to involve yourself, it's going to involve both the set of families, it's going to involve the children. So in India, what we follow right now is there are various norms, there are various counselors, marriage counselors, trained professionals, you know, who are neutral personals. So every time it's not a quit, you can definitely make an attempt to reconcile, rework on the marriage, put your children to the counselors, so that, because even they are facing the brunt, they are the silent victims. So obviously make the children also have a comfortable stay with you while they are living with their own parents who are not getting along with each other. So it's not a quit at the drop of a hat, but every attempt would save the marriage. That is also what we should try to do.
Absolutely agree there. Let me do a quick sound check here. Girls, can you hear us okay? Are we audible? Are we visible? I can see a lot of people watching us, but are you liking the advice you are getting? My question for you is, we Indian women in Dubai, all of us are based in Dubai. How can we reach out to you and your team if we need help here in Dubai? What's the right way to reach out? And for what areas of concern you are the best law firm for us to reach out to?
So basically, with all the latest infrastructure, we are very much available for you at a phone call, at an email, or at any messenger services. Anything, we are very much available. However, whatever happens, you can drop down a mail to us or pick up a phone and call us. If any urgent advice requires, we are 24/7 available for you on our website as well as on the emails and the phone calls.
Amazing. Ishika, do you want to reiterate the website and the email?
Yes, you can get in touch with us at ailegal.com, and our phone numbers are there. You can always get in touch with us. Either of us will be there to help you guys.
Lovely. Great. Let's just check. Okay. Yes. Okay, we have a lot of people saying there we are audible and visible. Amazing. Any other areas that we haven't covered so far that you would like to cover?
I would just reiterate
Yes.
whatever as we are looking into
No,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah. So basically the start is like, if you want to marry, it's always a green picture when you want to marry an NRI, and you're already on your toes and set to get married and all. However, there are certain primary checks which you need to do while you want to get into this marriage. First is even a medical checkup, which is essential. Second is you need to know your finances as well as the finances. I'm not saying be greedy or an extortionist,
Yeah, of course.
honestly need to know at least basic finances, because you're on a foreign land, or alternatively one of the spouses in a foreign land and one is in the homeland who is not aware about what is happening in the life of the other, because you are only available on a phone call or on a short visit or short trips here and there. So this is what is essential. Anytime if you have any issues, please consult a marriage counselor rather than enter into a gossiping groups and make a story out of it. Or marriage counselors are the best to guide you on to save on your marriage. And I always believe that it's always you don't have a guilty conscience when you have already made attempts towards it, so that you are clean with your children also about the same. While you are undergoing disputes, please do put your children also to the child counseling sessions, which is the most essential part of it, because children's counseling, they are becoming, as I said, the silent victim who would not able to express or do not want to express themselves for whatever reasons around them. So these are the basic criterias. Moreover, hold on your finances, your jewelries, and also that doesn't become an additional litigation for you over either of the land. That's it.
Great. Anything to add, Ishika? No?
She's covered everything.
She's covered everything. Amazing. That was a very good summary of what to think before getting married, while you are in the relationship, and if you're going through a divorce. Lovely ladies, I know a lot of ladies are watching us. I know some of you might not want to ask question on a public forum. We are going to share the email, we are going to share the website and the WhatsApp numbers, so that you can all reach out to them in private and for a one-to-one consultations. Anagha and Ishika right now in Dubai, in case you want to, till when are you ladies in Dubai? Oh, tomorrow night. So in case you want a one-to-one consultation, face-to-face consultation by tomorrow, you can reach out to these numbers. But if not, absolutely, I think Zoom meetings are like technology these days is distances don't matter these days. So you can always set up a Zoom for one-to-one. Amazing. So yeah, so Google it is, and we will also share everything on the top of this live, so you can get all the links there. I hope you enjoyed this session. It's been an informative session. And if somebody really needs help, wants to come out, please feel free to reach out to these ladies. Thank you, girls, and have a very good weekend.